Are gonna go ahead and jump into all the doggone things, okay? Sound fair? We're gonna be talking today about how to, what are we talking about? Turn your course into a best-selling book. By the way, I knew what we were talking about, I just couldn't remember what I titled it. So turning your course into a best-selling book. This is possible. There are people doing it every single day. So let's go ahead and be one of those people. Sound fair? All right, so first things first, if you are watching this on the YouTubes or wherever you're watching it, I want you to know that you can win things. All you have to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel, comment on my YouTube videos, and share my YouTube videos into social media, tagging myself or my business page in it so I can see it. Aside from that, one person every single week is going to get a little tap on their shoulder to go to my swag shop and pick something out. Pick something nice out, you know, and then we're going to go ahead and send it to you. All right. So that's it. If you're like, where's the swag shop? Go to withmartha.com at the very top, click on shop, and then you're going to be in there. So there it is, you guys. Win something special. Also yesterday, if you aren't on my text list yet, right here, all you have to do is text that phone number and you get onto my text list where I send you sometimes random things. Definitely like happy birthdays and stuff like that. But then also sometimes I'm just going to message you out of the blue. Like individually, I'm going to message you out of the blue and I'm going to be like, hey, what's up? And so that's just kind of stuff. That's silly stuff that I do on my text. And also what I do is I do my casting call for my podcast. So yesterday I did a casting call for my podcast and we got a ton of people that have emailed us and got onto the podcast or got onto the list to be on the podcast. You guys, the podcast is called Martha Fix My Business, and I'm beyond excited about it because what this is I get to basically help people uncover, you know, income streams in their business, uncover things that they're not thinking about, uncover expansion points, uncover positions maybe to be able to franchise, positions where they don't realize what they're missing out on because they're looking at this. And what I do is I go up here and I look down and I'm like, all right, so how does this all work together? What else can we add into this? How can we make this more successful? And I don't care what kind of business you have. I can do it with any business. Makes no difference to me whatsoever. So there's that. So that podcast is also on the way. So wink, wink, nudge, nudge. That is coming. All right. So good morning, you guys. I do see you over in the live chat. Stick around. Let me know your comments. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your deepest desires. Just kidding. But you can. And after I'm done with my content, I'm going to go back through and I'm going to put you guys up on the screen and we're going to hang out. We're going to jab a little bit, okay? So, again, turn your course into a best-selling book. Let's get into it. Now, I talked a little bit yesterday, if you saw yesterday's live, about courses, right? And how any business can have a course. Any business, any business, any business. But here's the thing. Any brick and mortar business, any service-based business, any product-based business is going to be like, yeah, that's good for everybody else, but not for me. And the funniest thing is like they're dead wrong. They just don't see it. But any business ever can create a program or create a course. Well, now building on top of that idea, which by the way is residual income, that's the making money while you sleep. Okay, it's one of the best ways to do it. Multi-billion-dollar industry in the next 5 years. So if you ain't on that wave, grab your board and let's get on the wave, because the people that are getting on the wave, at least with me, are going to be successful. All right, don't get on the wave with somebody who doesn't know what they're talking about, but get on the wave with me and you're going to be successful. Now, let's talk about expanding on that idea, okay? So everyone can have a course. Everyone can be successful in having a course. Everybody can have residual income having a course. Now let's take it even deeper. This is like where I'm in geek out mode. Like, where are my glasses, you know? So here's the thing. If anybody can create a course, a book really is an entry level into a course. Okay? Here's the other cool thing about a book. I mean, think about yourself and how you view authors. It's so funny. I'll tell people, like I was at, an event last week and they're like, well, what do you do? And I'm like, well, I'm a business strategist. I help families be able to grow multiple income streams from home utilizing things they already know. Okay. So I did my elevator pitch and I explained to them a little bit more about what I do. And they were like, oh, that's so cool. And da, 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 da. And then they found out, because they started looking on my social media and stuff, they found out that I have a book. And then they came back and they said, you're an author? And I'm like, what? I mean, yeah, but like, also I'm a business strategist and do all of these awesome things and help the families out and stuff. But what they were enamored by, you guys, is that I was an author and I had a book out. That's all that was like their trigger point for authority in the industry. You need to write that down. Being an author is a trigger point for making yourself an authority in an industry. Okay? That is it. So also, let me give you this little hack. A lot of people, whenever we start creating our things, we're like, all we need are eyeballs. All we need are eyeballs. You may not say those words. I say those words. You might be like, I need exposure. I need traffic. I need whatever you call that, right? You need people's attention, really, right? So when you're saying all I need are eyeballs, all I need are eyeballs, the interesting thing here is whenever you have a book, you naturally are able, your head and shoulders, if you have two heads, there's that. Your head and shoulders above everybody else that wants to speak on a stage. You're naturally in a different category. Isn't that interesting? And here's my take on why you're in a different category. It's because you've committed. Anybody can make a course. Let's go back to yesterday. Anybody can make a course. Now, have you made a course? Maybe not. But anybody can make a course, okay? Everybody should make a course. But not everybody takes that extra step in writing a book. And why is that? They don't take the extra step in writing a book because they don't know the lay of the land on writing a book. They don't know how to publish it. They don't know how to get a publisher. They don't know how to outline the book and actually get it written out. They don't feel like they're a good writer. Tell me if any of these are you. If any of these are you, please call it out. Let's say it, like I said, in everything, our space right here, this is safe. This is a safe space. You're not going to have haters come in and start making fun of you or anything. This is a safe community to be able to, even though it's public, it's safe, right? I protect every community I have with everything that I have. My husband and I protect it. Both of us do. If we see anybody come in, out. All right? So just so you know, safe space. If you have any of these things come up, please comment and say why you haven't written your book yet. I want to know. Why do you feel like you can't write a book? Some people feel like they aren't good writers. There are workarounds for that. Some people feel like they don't have a story to tell. How many people have been told by somebody in your life, man, you should write a book about that? I think we all have had that. I was at Barnes & Noble yesterday because we went and found my book at Barnes & Noble yesterday. And whenever I was talking to the lady, she's like, man, I'm so glad that you're here. And she asked me to sign some of the books and stuff like that. So I did that, which is just a surreal experience to have Barnes & Noble say, here are your books. Will you sign them for us? And put the little sticker author signed. I was like, you know. And my daughter, my 6-year-old, is right there watching me. Like, I'm getting a little teary-eyed, but like, she's right there seeing this is possible in your life. Mom isn't technically a writer, but has a book, you know? You guys, whenever we're writing books, we're changing the game. We change the game for ourselves. We naturally level up. So if you feel like you can't write a book, there are workarounds for that. And if you feel like, oh, and what the lady at Barnes & Noble said was, she said, whenever people come in here, they'll say, well, I wonder why there isn't a book on this. And she said that this is what she tells them. Well, then you should write it. And I'm like, hallelujah, yes. You create what you needed, right? What do you need? What did you need? It's almost like be the solution that you needed when you were younger. And whether that's 3 years younger, who cares? If it's when you were a kid, then there's that. Create what you needed at that point in time. Okay? Now, in order to get back to the title, creating a book out of your online course, you guys, my HBR book, if you don't have my HBR book, what are you even waiting for? Go to marthasbook.com and you can get it on Amazon. You can get it at Barnes & Noble. Get it wherever you want to get it, okay? But that is from a course. That's from my program, HBR, Home-Based Revolution. So my book is Home-Based Revolution. I teach things that are in the course. It's not the entire course, of course. Of course. Anyway, it's not the entire course, but it's got things that are going to push the needle on people's lives and in their businesses. It's also got testimonials. It's got my story. It's got some of my students' story in there. So you're seeing what is going on. That is how you turn a course into a book. Isn't a book so much easier of a very first step of somebody into your world than buying into a program just right off the bat? First time they meet you, they don't know anything else. They're not going to jump into your most expensive program that you have. That was tactful. But it's so much easier to buy a $25 book and to say, do I jive with this person? Does this person seem like they really can help me out? That's what you're doing with your book, you guys. There's so many strategies in being able to build your business with your book that it's insane. If you're not in HBR, I've got 2 things to say to you. If you're not in HBR right now, you need to be in HBR. That's where we go over like the beginning stages of your book. We go over all of the different income streams. We go over all of that stuff. Okay, that is HBR. It's the content strategy system to be able to create these multiple income streams in service to your people. You buy it once, you're in it for life. You're on Team Martha, Team Krejci. You are like, we do life together, okay? I consistently tell you the new things that are working. I'll give you new ideas on stuff. We have group coaching every week. There's about to be added a bunch of stuff is being added to it that is going to change your entire life. Not even just your business, okay? So there is that. This is how you get into it. You just go to Livin the Dream with Martha. It's my Facebook business page. Go to message me the words, let's do this. Whatever you want to message me is fine. We'll have a conversation. I'll give you the details of the program. You'll say whether you're in or out. No big deal either way. I'm not going to chase you around the internet, okay? I don't tell you to do that either. So there is that. That's if you're not in HBR yet. If you are in HBR, my suggestion to you is this. There is a link in the description of this video. It is for turn your book into an empire. So if you don't know how to write your book, if you don't know how to make your book a bestseller, if you don't know how to, if you need coaching on actually getting the book done, if you need to figure out how to self-publish, if that's what you're wanting to do, if you want to write a book, if what I'm saying to you right now resonates with you and you're like, yes, 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 I need to do that. I want people to look at me as an authority because you are an authority. It's time for us to stand up, get off of our seats. And we need to stand up for exactly what we were placed here on the planet to do. And writing a book is doing that. You can now go into the small business section of Barnes & Noble and you will see me standing up for what I believe in, which is a home-based revolution, right? You will see me standing up for that. What will you stand up for? What is the thing that sets you on fire? What is the thing that gets you like this? Right? What is that thing? Write a book about that thing. What program have you created? Write a book about that program. It's so simple. And then we can get it on the bestseller list, you guys. And then you can say you're a best-selling author. This is true for you. This is what your life can be, you guys. If you're not doing it, it's your choice. You've said no. If you're not living this life, if you're not doing these things and you want to do them, it's because you made a choice and you said no. There's no other reason. Okay? So to be able to get into that, and also where I teach, so Megan teaches you all that she knows about writing, about publishing, about getting on #1, about like just so many things. She is a ridiculous plethora of information for things that she had to search and search and search. And she was like, what in the world? And so she created a program to make it easy. And then we just linked arms. And then I created the second part of the program, which turns the book into an empire. You can run an empire, you guys, off of just your books. And that's what I teach. So if you're ready to do that, there's a link in the description of this video. You can go there. If you need a payment plan, what you're going to do again is you're going to go over to my Facebook business page and you're going to message me and say you need a payment plan for Turn a Book into an Empire. Okay? And then we will get you on a payment plan. No big deal. All right, you guys? So there is that. All right. And also, I just wanted to say, the person who came up with the content for today for turn your course into a best-selling book is Danelle. All right. So if you need help with your content strategy of getting your content for the year, so you're actually producing content that then moves into different programs and things like that. It moves people into stuff. So it's great content, but then it also can be a funnel, so to speak. That's what you actually need whenever you're doing this stuff. My strategists create my content for me. Danelle created this, so there's another link in the description of this video for my business strategist. Go on that page. Danelle came up with this one. Danelle comes up with really good stuff. They all come up with really good stuff, you guys. And so just set up a session with one of them. Super inexpensive, best investment of your life. I'm just going to say that. Oh my word, I'm almost out of time. Carrie, I want to write a book about my journey to taking control of my money situation. Carrie, girl, get it done. Do it. Michelle, what will you stand up for? There it is. Cindy, this course is amazing. Cindy, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. Cassie, do you need to have a book already? No. It makes more sense if you don't. I'm going to be honest with you. It makes more sense if you don't have a book yet. Oh, Megan already got you. Cool. All right, you guys, I'm out of here. I love you so much. I will see you around. Bye-bye.